Have you ever had a feeling that something is going to happen and it turns out you were right and it did happen? Well, I have a feeling about the MLB 2022 season, and I'm going to share it with you because I'm so generous. A while back, I promised you that I would predict the results of the 2022 MLB season. Well, partner, I'm going to do just that. So strap up, get yourself some grits and greens, and we're going for a ride. If you don't know how the 2022 new MLB playoff format works, check out this video right here. Now that you've watched that video and you are a certified expert on playoff brackets, let's dive into my predictions for the 2022 MLB season. Here's how this will work. I'm going to break down the 1 through 6 seed in the American League, then the 1 through 6 seed in the National League. Then I'm going to go through the American League wildcard rounds, the National League wildcard rounds, the American League division series, the National League division series, the American League Championship Series, the National League Championship Series, stay put, and the World Series. And I'll let you know who's going to win them all, because I have a feeling. Quick caveat, these are my opinions, and I'm entitled to them. So there. In the American League, the number 1 seed I predict is going to be the Red Sox. With the acquisition of Trevor Story and his placement at second base, the Red Sox are set to be a powerful team, and I think they're going to have the best record in the American League this year. Coming in at number 2 in the American League is going to be the White Sox. They were super hot last year and didn't quite make it to the World Series, but I think they're going to do a great job this year, and they'll get pretty far. They'll have the second best record and, of course, win the American League Central Division. Coming in at number 3, the American League West Division winners, I predict, is going to be the Mariners. Yeah, I know, shocking. They've been a terrible team for the past few years, but last year they almost made it into the playoffs. They had a massive surge at the end, and they've really been rallying their fan base. They also acquired Jesse Winker and Eugenio Suarez from the Reds, so that could add to the power of their lineup. The number 4 seed I predict in the American League will be the Yankees. They just acquired Josh Donaldson from the Twins, and they re-signed Anthony Rizzo. They also have Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, etc., and I think they're going to be right behind the Red Sox in their division, but of course they're not going to win the division because the Red Sox are, so they're going to come in the 4th seed. 5th seed, American League, Blue Jays. I know they lost Marcus Semien, but they did gain Matt Chapman, and they have Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who was tied for the lead in home runs in all of Major League Baseball last year, so they've got a lot going for them. And number 6 seed in the American League, this might surprise some people, but I think it's going to be the Texas Rangers. They acquired Marcus Semien from the Blue Jays, and they also acquired Corey Seager from the Dodgers, so they're lining up to be a pretty powerful team, and I think they have a good shot at coming in number 6 seed this year in the American League. Moving on to the National League, number 1 seed, of course, who else? The Dodgers. My goodness, this team is stacked. They got Freddie Freeman this year, and they have like a lot of other good players, so I'm pretty sure they're going to get that number 1 spot. They'll probably have the best record in all of MLB, but I'm sure they'll have the best record in the NL. Coming in at number 2, my guys, the St. Louis Cardinals. Last year, they were a really solid team. They struggled a bit with offense for a while, but when they finally clicked, they went on a 17-game winning streak, and they were literally unbeatable. They came back so many times, and they were just an unstoppable train force. It was amazing, especially if you're a Cardinals fan. They've also acquired Corey Dickerson this year. They've amped up their pitching a little bit, and several of the players have tweaked their swings in the offseason, which should contribute to the offense, so we should definitely keep an eye on those Redbirds. They also don't have much competition in the National League Central Division, so yeah, they're pretty much a shoo-in for that division title. Number 3 seed in the National League, I predict, is going to be the Philadelphia Phillies. They've struggled a bit for the past few years, but they just signed Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos, and they also have the reigning National League MVP in Bryce Harper. So they are a force to be reckoned with, and they're going to win the National League East Division, coming in at that number 3 seed. Number 4 seed in the National League, the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, they lost Freddie Freeman, but they got Matt Olson. They're insane. They're going to crush it. Coming in at that 4th seed, the Atlanta Braves. In the National League, the number 5 seed I predict is going to be the San Diego Padres. With the acquisition of Luke Voigt and a new manager in Bob Melvin, this team is gearing up and ready to go. Of course, they also have Fernando Tatis Jr., and they're going to be a powerhouse this year, coming in at that number 5 seed slot in the National League. In the number 6 spot, This is going to be a good one. The New York Mets, with the acquisition of Mr. Max Scherzer himself, and they already have Jacob deGrom. They're going to be a powerhouse in the pitching arena, and it's going to be tough to score on those guys. So I think they're coming in the number 6 spot in the National League. In the first American wildcard round, it'll be the 3-seeded Mariners versus the 6-seeded Rangers, and I predict the Rangers are going to come out on top, winning the series 2-0. In the American League's second wildcard round, we've got the 4-seeded Yankees versus the 5-seeded Blue Jays, and I think the Yankees are going to come out on top 2-1. In the first of the National League wildcard rounds, we have the 3-seeded Phillies versus the 6-seeded Mets, and I think the Mets are going to upset the Phillies and win the series 2-1. In the second National League wildcard round, we've got the 4-seeded Braves versus the 5-seeded Padres, and I predict the Braves are going to win against the Padres 2-1. Guys, this is a lot of info for me to remember. I have a cheat sheet you can't see, so you're welcome for the effort I'm putting into this. Moving on to the division series. The National League Division Series Round 1 will have a rematch from last year's NLCS. We'll see the Dodgers facing the Braves, and the Dodgers are going to win 3-2. In the other National League Division Series, or NLDS, we're going to have the 2nd place Cardinals versus the 6th place Mets, and I think the Cardinals are going to come out on top 3-2. In the first American League Division Series, or ALDS, we're going to see the 2nd place White Sox face off against the 6th place Rangers, and the White Sox are going to take it 3-1. In the second American League Division Series, we're going to see the 1st place Red Sox face off against the 4th place Yankees, and the Yankees are going to come out on top 3-2. In the ALCS, or American League Championship Series, we're going to see the 2nd place White Sox face off against the 4th seeded Yankees, and I think the Yankees are going to upset the White Sox and win it 4-2. In the National League Championship Series, or NLCS, we're going to see a rematch of last year's NL wildcard game with the Dodgers versus the Cardinals, and I think the Cardinals are going to take it, winning over the Dodgers by a record of 4-3. It's World Series prediction time, but first, if you like baseball, if you want to get into baseball more, if you just want to learn more about baseball, or if you just like watching funny people, hit that subscribe button and a non-existent genie will pop out and give you all of your desires. Pretty good deal if I do say so myself. The World Series 2022. We're going to see a classic matchup between the team that has the most World Series wins in history, that's the Yankees, and if you know how much, let me know, versus the team that has the 2nd most World Series wins, that's the Cardinals, and if you know how many, let me know. If you get both of them right, I may or may not send you a chocolate chip cookie. The New York Yankees and St. Louis Cardinals have met in the World Series a total of 5 times. The Cardinals have won 3 of them. And if you don't know how many the Yankees have won, then you just might need to go back to 5th grade. This year, the St. Louis Cardinals are going to win it all. They're going to take home championship number 12. Oops, I kind of just gave away how many wins they currently have. Use that to your advantage if you want that chocolate chip cookie. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased about the Cardinals, but seriously, their team is just so stellar. They were number 1 in the entire MLB in defensive rating last year. Like I said earlier, their weakness was pitching and just trying to make their offense sync up. They've boosted their pitching, and the players have been honing their offense, and I think they're really going to click this year. Watch out, sparks are going to fly from the Cardinals. You know what it is. It's lesson time. Growing up, my family had a rule, and that rule was to have fun. You can make just about anything fun if you put your mind to it. It's definitely possible, and it's a great way to have fun. So have fun. And I am safe.